So welcome everybody. I'm super excited to do this masterclass for you. And I want to start straight away with the question that you don't need to answer out loud, but to answer in your head. What is the miracle for you? Yeah, when you say it's a miracle, what does it mean for you? What does the meaning of the phrase, yeah, it's a miracle, or the sensations in your body when you say, that's a miracle. Yeah, or I want to experience maybe more miracles in my life. How does it resonate with you? And I begin with this question because lately I've been thinking a lot about this fusion, about this combination, yeah, of the mystical and the practical, of the elevated esoterical and the grounding, like word like living. And so I found this really nice definition of the word miracle that resonates a lot with me. And that if you think about it, if you let it through, it can shift you, it can transform you. Yeah. So a miracle is nothing but a shift in in your perspective. Yeah. Miracle is nothing else but a shift in your perspective. So what does it mean when you look at something and you say, that's just impossible? Yeah, let's take a yoga asana. You started yoga and you look at somebody doing the headstand and you say, that's just impossible. How I'm going to balance the weight of my body on my head and without hands and doing all this transition. That's impossible. But now you just say, yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes. Like when we practice with Valentina, I always say, just close your eyes in your headstand, right? And just relax there. And it's so much possible. So what has changed? A shift in your perspective. Something that you thought there's nothing is ever going to help you to get there, and it's impossible or maybe even dangerous. Now it's possible and now it's comfortable. Same in the relationship. You're having a conversation, and all of a sudden, somebody, maybe that you love, tells you something, and you want to react, and you get angry, and you get defensive, or whatever it is. And then you take this knowledge, this experience that maybe you've gained from yoga, maybe you've gained from meditation, and you say, wait a second. Instead of reacting, I just let it pass. I will let it pass. And then I will act upon what I really feel. And what you really feel for this person is love, gratitude, and appreciation. And you don't react. And you shift the energy. And you maybe understand that the person is attacking you because of something that is happening inside of her or him, right? And you just made a shift, a miracle in your relationship just because you were able to shift your perception. And this is the basis of transformation. So the topic of today's masterclass is 3 steps towards long-lasting transformation. And I thought that, I made it like really practical. I made it sound like I'm going to share you 3 steps and I'm going to share with you what Tony Robbins told us in the masterclass. And all this is like super practical. But there are people that they say, okay, practical doesn't inspire me that much, especially in the yoga world. Yeah, we want everything to be like a little bit more like esoteric. But what's the difference? There is no difference. Whether it is a miracle or transformation or long-lasting change, you can call it however you want to call it. One thing is true, that even in a miracle, yeah, of course, there is always like, let's say, grace from God, from universe, from higher powers, however, or from cows, however you want to call it. But for something big to occur, usually there is a certain grace, a certain help, certain unexpected factor that you yourself could not create. But in every miracle, you are a co-creator. Yeah, you think, I was not able to do this before. Or let's talk about, I don't know, illness, yeah, sickness. Somebody is sick and you say, okay, they're very bad. Doctors say nothing is going to help him or her. And then a miracle occurs. Yeah, but usually in this kind of miracle, there is also a a will of a person that say, hey, no, I will find a way, I will go through it, I will, I don't know, there is a will, there is a part of the person's intention to change and transform, and then maybe there is the grace from the universe, right? And so in transformation, it is similar, it is the same. We need to first focus on the shift of the energy, the shift of the perception before we start searching the practical results. Yeah. And so that was just an introduction a little bit for you to start thinking, what is your relationship with miracle? What is your relationship with this switch, the shift in your energy? How are you able to do it during your normal life? Are you not? And would you like to start learning how to do? And you can learn it. It's a practical way. So today in the workshop, I will just go through, we'll start with 3 steps of the long-lasting transformation. So I will name them and we will talk a little bit about it. And then we'll jump straight away into the class. So today the class will be all about expansion, all about like this, you know, like this jump through, this like going maybe even a little bit further than you normally would go, but in the terms of expansion and receiving this transformative energy. So we will focus on splits and backbends together. I will show you some of the transformative drills, how you can make your hamstring flexibility, posterior chain flexibility much more pleasant for you, for those of you who are a little bit stiff, and how we can work on the backbends and on the shoulder mobility. That's why we would need 2 blocks and a belt for the class today. And after the class, I will share with you some of like the perspective of the transformation and change from Tony Robbins, as I shared with you. I've been on his event, the 4-day Unleash the Power Within, and it's been really transformative, really magical, really like big change in me and in my perception as well. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of like tips that he gave us on this topic. And then as well, I will share with you on how the Transformative Yoga School can help you in your journey of transformation, whether it is in your practice, whether it is in your life. Yeah, sounds good? So let's start with the steps of transformation, yeah? So the first step, every time that you think about, I want to change something, I want to transform something, we always start either with the shift in your state, in your perception, yeah? Like I can't do it anymore, yeah? Let's say the need of change comes usually from 2 factors. Whether you are running away from pain, so you're tired of something, you can't hold it anymore, you can't live your life like this anymore, and you want to change. Or you're pursuing joy and happiness, yeah? Like you're excited, you want to try new things, the change will help you and make you feel better, yeah? So any transformation, any change comes from these 2 factors, whether you're running away from pain or you are pursuing joy and happiness. And in yoga, it's sometimes kind of interrelated. Yeah, I want to get to this pose, but it's painful. But when I get there, it's going to give me joy, right? So it's funny. And the transformation, like a real life transformation, when there is something that you want to change, like I want to change careers, I want to leave my job and do something else, yeah? As long as you say in your head, I should do it, I might do it one day, I would want to do it, it's never gonna happen, yeah? Because the real transformation happens when you say, I must do it. Yeah, this is absolutely a must. I find the reasons why I want to do it, and I'm focusing more on the reasons why this transformation is important for me, rather than the reasons, oh, there is so much uncertainty and there should be I don't know, some pain involved in the transformation. Yeah. So the state, you change the state, I can't take it anymore, or I want to get more joy, and the decision. This is the first step of any transformation. The second step is actually, if we talk about long-lasting transformation, the second step is to find guidance, yeah, because many times you decide on something, you want to achieve it, and you're in a peak energetic state, and you're like, yes, I'm going to do it. But then you get lost. You don't know how to get there. Yeah. And every time all the coaches, all the therapists tell you, you don't need to know how to get there. Yeah. You just need to decide. You just need to visualize it in your mind. And then the higher powers, the universe, you yourself will find the way. Yes, you will find the way. However, it might take you a very long time to find the way. Yeah, whether again, it's the asana practice, you want to learn how to do the handstands. If you decide and you want to get there, but you just start jumping up and down and doing some banana back on the wall, you will never get there like feeling great about yourself. You most likely will feel frustrated. You feel like you don't know the road to get there, and maybe you even will quit. Same in anything that you want to achieve in your life. If you find a guide, if you find somebody who's already done that before you and can actually break it down to you to the achievable steps, the journey will be much more pleasant and you will get there faster, right? So in yoga, it's the same. You find somebody, a teacher that resonates with you, and teacher that adapts the practice to your body, that shares with you the particular drills, and then you feel like, oh, everything clicked. It's a miracle. Yeah, it's not a miracle. It's somebody who actually saw you, adapted the practice to you, and you, with your high energetic state, with your decision, I want to change, I want to transform, you listened and followed. Because information is not power. The energy within you, the will, yeah, your personal will is power. Yeah, so this is the second step. And the third step is to take massive action. Yeah, so once you know the way, once you know the journey, it's not enough just to achieve your handstand once, right? You need to keep doing it every single day or every single week until it becomes who you are. Yeah, so this is the long-lasting transformation. So there is a difference between change and transformation. Change is that I want to change. I don't like who I am and I'm changing. But this is not sustainable. You cannot really just take a different personality. You can transform. You just say, there are parts of me, there are parts of my reactions that maybe are, as Tony Robbins say, your emotional home. Yeah, like you're used to these reactions. You're used to this conversation with yourself. In transformative method, we say, transform your story, transform your life. So when you keep telling to yourself, I'm not strong enough, I'm not ready, I don't have the courage to do that, who am I? Look at me, I'm already this, I don't know, this old with this skills, with this abilities. So you start talking yourself into a certain emotional state. And it could be the emotional state of I don't have any power, or it could be the emotional state of like I'm shining bright from my heart, I believe in myself, and I will find the way. But this is very important to understand. You are talking yourself into that emotional state. So when you get to know this conversation and you start catching it and you start changing it for another conversation, you become a different person, but you didn't change your personality. You've just transformed. You just say, hey, that place where I was, thinking that I'm not enough, or thinking that I don't have time, or thinking that I need to first do everything for everybody else and then put myself on the last spot. I no longer want to live following that story. So you rewrite the story and then you act from a different place, right? So this is very important. And so once we've made this decision to change and we find the guide to help you to get there fast, then you need to keep going, then you need to keep doing it by yourself. So then the transformation becomes who you are. For example, you did not know how to do, I don't know, Bakasana. and it was very difficult for you, like when we started, Bakasana was like impossible, right? You're just like, I'm gonna just tip over and I'm just gonna, I don't know, hurt myself. And then you just found somebody who told you, no, it's not about strength. It's about balance. It's about bringing your body further forward. It's about engaging your core, rounding your back a little bit. So they helped you to get there faster with the specific technique, with the specific step-by-step plan. And it clicked, and in one class, you finally were able to do Bakasana. And then 2 weeks passed, you come again to the class and you cannot do Bakasana anymore. And you're like, but why? It clicked then. But have you been practicing it? Have you been putting massive action from you to get there? No. And so once you've started to practice every day or several times a week and doing your Bakasana, now it's easy. Bakasana, okay, it's just my warm-up. Yeah, I can do that. And like this with everything, whether it is with asana practice, whether it is with your life, whether it is with your relationship, transformation is not a miracle that you cannot achieve. It is a miracle that you can co-create in your life if you open yourself up to the possibility that you can actually do this. Yeah? Okay, so that was a bit of like an inspirational talk for you to get into the practice. We will sum it up very quickly in the end of the class. So stay till the end of the class because I will sum it up. I'll show you I prepared some slides for you. So maybe you can even take a picture so you can have it for yourself. I will also share with you the 3 steps and the 5 steps of transformation according to the Tony Robbins techniques in the end of the class, but now let's just start practicing. Okay, so prepare your 2 blocks and your belt, and in one part of the class we might also need a wall. If it's difficult for you to get to the wall, don't worry, but we'll just try to do one asana near to the wall, so just know that at one point I will ask you to do that. Okay, find a comfortable seated position on your mat. Close your eyes and roll your shoulders up and back several times. And then just relax your hands on your knees. And with your eyes closed, inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale fully through the mouth. Do it a few more times. Inhale. Exhale. And last one, inhale. Exhale. Find the moment of stillness and observe the sensations of your body and your breath. Move your awareness from the sensations in your face and your head down towards the sensations in your shoulders and your spine, your chest and your belly, your hips, your knees, your ankles, and your feet. Draw a gentle smile on your face and invite the sensation of softness. Release any expectations and just allow yourself to enjoy every breath. Make this practice like a moving pranayama, reminding yourself that this is the breath that makes the most effect on your nervous system and makes this miracle, the transformation in your state by the end of the practice. So connect to your Ujjayi breath if this is in your practice. Inhale deeply with sound. Exhale with sound. Inhale with sound. Exhale with sound. And continue with this rhythm of the breath throughout the whole practice today. With your eyes closed, bring the palms together to your heart center. Gently bow the head to your heart and set an intention for today's practice. Just ask yourself, what is it in your life, in your practice, or maybe in just your inner talk, in your relationship with yourself, that you are ready to transform? What is it that no longer serves you, or what is it where you feel like you're ready for more? And just visualize it as a picture in your head. Not the words, but the picture. And try to feel that state on how would you actually feel when this transformation occurs. So if it already occurred, how would you feel? Save this image into your heart. Very good. Slowly open up your eyes, and still with this image, with this sensation of transformation in your heart, we start moving, opening through the chest. Inhale forward, squeezing the shoulder blades back behind you, and exhale back. And we continue. Inhale forward and exhale back. Continue. Inhale forward, exhale back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's add on a little bit of the arms open movement. So inhale, open your arms out to the sides. Bend the elbows a little bit so it's not like straight arms. It's very relaxed. And exhale, round. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. And if you want, you can inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now close your eyes and keep going, but just finding softness. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. You can also move a little bit differently with your hands. So coming out a little bit of this aligned yoga asana, where everything is very linear, into a little bit more of soft and feminine movements. Continue at your own rhythm and observe the way you gently start opening through the chest. Observe the sensations in the body. Continue for a few more rounds at your own rhythm. Yes, very good. Okay, now slowly release the hands on your knees and just find a moment to observe the shift in the energy of your body, in the sensations of your body, like this gentle transformation already occurring. Very good. Open up your eyes again and we start moving in circles. So chest forward to the right, back and to the left. And we continue in circles. You can also move through the head and neck and shoulders from one side to the other. Also, you can inhale forward through the nose and exhale back through the mouth. Very good. And now switch directions to the opposite side. Continue moving, breathing, deep breath. Okay, now come to the center and we do the same with the hands, but moving in circles. So you move forward out to the sides and do whatever feels good with your hands. So just close your eyes. Don't think about how it looks, but focus a little bit more on how it feels. Yeah, so how it feels for you to Release a little bit the tension from the chest, release a little bit the tension from the shoulders, and just move in circles, in spirals, in waves. Switch direction to the opposite side. Allow your wrists to move, allow the elbows to move. The movement very easy, very soft with no tension, like a water floating in a river, pushed by a higher energy. Yeah, so continue moving, releasing, enjoying the softness. Very good. Okay, one more round. And then slowly release. And again, close your eyes. So this is the part we are taking from Yin Yoga, not to combine and stack one element on top of another, but just to go back into the stillness before we jump into the next asana and simply observe the effect of the pose of the asana, just to understand that sometimes less is more. Okay, slowly open up your eyes and we continue with the hip mobility. So bring the soles of your feet together, open up your feet and just move your knees. Yeah, but you move it from your hip joint. So awakening your hip joint, moving up and down, up and down, up and down a little bit. Very good. And now we're going to 90-90. So open up your left knee to the left part, to the back part of your mat, and the right knee to the front. So you got this 90-90 bend in your feet, in your knees, sorry. Flex your feet. Your knees are bent at 90 and hands at your heart. Inhale, come to the center and exhale, shift. And rotate in the back hip and in the front so you come back to your 90-90. Yeah, and we can continue. Inhale, center, and exhale, shift, flexing the feet. Inhale, center, and exhale, shift. Two more. Inhale, center. Exhale, shift. Inhale, center. And exhale, shift. Very good. Now inhale, center. Exhale, shift. It's normal as you start moving a little bit sideways. Just rearrange your position. Bring your right knee down to the floor and lift the left heel off the ground. So we are working on more medial internal rotation in the back hip. Lower down. We do two more times. Up and down. And last one. Up and down. Now bring your right heel over your left knee and try to lift yourself up and lower down. If this is not happening without the help of your hands, you can, of course, give yourself a little help and then continue without. Yeah, so it looks like this. You lift and lower, and last one, lift and lower. Okay, move back and we do the same on the other side. So inhale, center, exhale, shift, left knee goes down and lift the heel and lower and lift and lower, and last one, lift and lower. Now move the heel outside of the right knee and try to lift yourself up. Help with the hands as if needed. And lower. Second time, lift. And lower. And third one, lift. And lower. Very good. Sit down with your legs extended. And just bend and extend your knees a little bit, creating a little bit of a shake. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, point your toes, interlace your fingers, and put your fists back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades and inhale, open through the chest. Drop your head down, elevate through the sternum when we say 3. Very good, 2. And 1. Place the hands back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades, And either lift straight away here, or if you feel like it's a bit too much for you in the beginning, bring the feet halfway towards you and lift. So it's either tabletop or the full Purvottanasana. Engage your glutes to stretch from the hip flexors. Reach the hips as high as you can, and we stay 3. And we stay 2. And 1. Very good. Slowly release. Cross your ankles and place your hands on the floor. Bring your hands and knees on the floor, and we continue with different variations of spirals and waves from to awaken the spine. So we start with a normal cat-cow. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And last one, inhale, open. And exhale, round. Back to center, and now you want to bring the chest down, out to the side, up to the left and down. So we go into the different variations. So something like this when we were sitting. Yeah, now you want to do it on all 4s. So moving through your chest, forward, down, back, to the side. Very good, everybody. So just focusing on mobilization of your thoracic spine. Very good. Now switch direction to the opposite side. Observing the sensation in your T-spine. This is the least mobile part of our spine. Okay, back to center, and now full spinal waves. So bring your hips towards your heels. Chin to the chest, round your spine. Inhale, roll forward. Now elevate your sit bones, drop your chest, lift your chin up, and exhale, push back. Yeah, so inhale, round forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, push back. 2 more. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, push back. Last one. Inhale, round forward. And exhale, push back. And now reverse. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round and push back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round and push back. Last one. Inhale, forward. And exhale, round and push back. Very good. Inhale, back to neutral. Reach your right arm all the way up. Push with the left hand against the floor and open the right arm back behind you, like really actively spread through the fingers, open through the chest and stay 3. Trying to rotate the right ribcage out. 2. And 1. Exhale, bring the right hand through and bring the right shoulder in line with the left wrist. Place the cheek on the floor and start opening the left arm, either up towards the sky or, if possible, rolling back, 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 back behind you. Maybe move the right shoulder further forward and place your left hand maybe on the floor, maybe on the blocks, maybe it's just like stays there, but continue. And we stay for 5. Very good, everyone. 4, trying to rotate at the ribcage, at the shoulder, all the way back. 3. Perfect. 2. And 1. Exhale slowly. Both hands on the floor. And we switch sides. Inhale, left arm all the way up. Actively push with the right hand against the floor. Spread through the collarbone, lifting the left arm up. Spread through the fingertips. 3. Creating space. 2. Creating the ground for new possibilities in your body. And 1. Exhale, left hand goes through. Shoulder in line with the right wrist. Cheek on the floor and right arm either up or back, and maybe you can touch the floor or just try to go deeper and deeper with each exhale, rotating the right rib cage out towards the sky, and we stay 5 and 4. Beautiful. 3, 2, And one, slowly release both hands down to the floor. And push yourself back into your down dog with your knees bent a lot towards your chest. So first focus on the spine here. So relax your head and neck, roll the shoulders away from your ears, elevate through the sit bones and feel like this nice sensation that you're creating space between your vertebrae. Now lift the heels up and inhale, reach the legs up, extend. And exhale, bend again, knees to the chest. 3 more like this. Inhale, lift. Elongate through the spine and legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. And last one, inhale, extend. And exhale, bend. Perfect. Now from here, start extending one leg, bringing the heel to the floor and switch. Heel to the floor, bend the opposite knee. Few more rounds like this. Very good. And now slowly walk the feet behind your wrists, feet hip width apart. Bend the knees if needed or extend directly if you feel warmed up. Grab the opposite elbow and just lean forward. Relax your head and neck completely. Trying to lengthen through the top. Yeah, so from the spine all the way towards the top of your head. Relaxing the upper body and engaging the posterior chain, engaging the lower body. So try to elevate through your kneecaps, engage your quads. So here we're talking on antagonist, protagonist muscles. Yeah, so every time when we fire up one group of muscles in the body, the other group relaxes. It's like biceps and triceps. When I engage my biceps, my tricep relaxes and lengthens. Same happens with your quads and your hamstrings. So when you fire up your quads, your hamstrings relaxes. Yeah, so here we want to elevate through the kneecaps, engage through the quads and try to lengthen through the hamstrings. And we stay here now for about 1 minute. Usually I, in my practice, stay from 3 to 5 minutes, and I do recommend you to do it on a daily basis because this is the asana that helps you and affects you in many different ways. It, first of all, restores your nervous system because you're in a way in an inversion. Yeah, so your hips are higher than your head. Secondly, it helps you to release all the tension from the entire posterior chain. So from the legs all the way towards your neck. And third, I believe personally, it helps you like to release all those thoughts that you constantly have in your head, like shake them off a little bit and find this sensation of grounding that the earth is holding you and you just can, focus on being present here and now. Okay, release the elbows, bend the knees, and let's come up slowly. One vertebra at a time, slowly, slowly, slowly. T-spine, neck, and the head comes up the last one. Perfect. Feet together in the beginning of your mat, and we continue with the Hatha Sun Salutation. So those of you done already my courses, you know that we don't really do many sun salutes. I explain to you why in a minute. But when we do them, we always do it for a reason. So for today's theme, hips, hamstrings, and chest, the Hatha Sun salutes are ideal. So let's do them together with variation. Feet together, engage your Mula Bandha pelvic floor, Uddiyana Bandha belly button in and out. Inhale, reach your hands together from the center, engage through the glutes, push the hips forward, elongate through the lumbar spine, elevate your chest, and lean back like a tiny back bend. But don't feel it in your lumbar, feel it in your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Here we do the transformative way. So 3 standing forward folds. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. 2 more like this. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. And last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Perfect. Inhale, lengthen, look forward and exhale. Step with the left leg all the way back. Bring the left knee and top of the foot on the floor and bring the right heel further forward. Drop the hips, pull the belly in, place your hands on your right knee and push the knee away from you. So you create space. Yeah, very important in this one. The most common mistake is that you collapse in the lumbar and you squeeze through the vertebrae of the lumbar spine, and it's not working for your chest, but you're more creating discomfort in the lumbar. So I want you to feel strong and collected in your belly and opening through the thoracic spine here. And at the same time, drop the left knee lower, so the hip lower, so we feel the stretch in your hip flexors. And if you feel comfortable, you can also lift the arms up. Either grab the opposite elbow or interlace the fingers, and we stay 5. Very active. 4. So you're not like dropping the energy down, you're staying active and collected. 2. And 1. Exhale, release. Bring both blocks on either sides of your hips. And we do a combination of Anjaneyasana and half split. So inhale, lift your hips up and bring the right heel on the floor. So now your knee and the hip are in one line. And exhale, fold forward towards the right leg. But we're not going to stay here for too long. We'll do it dynamically. Inhale, come back up. Step the foot on the floor and exhale, lower to Anjaneyasana. And we'll do a bit faster. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, half split. Inhale up. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. Perfect. Inhale. Exhale, lower and projecting the chest forward. We stay 3. Try to move the right heel a bit further forward. 2. Maybe you don't need the blocks, so you can remove them. Go deeper and deeper. Flex the foot of the right. Flex the right foot. And 1. Very good. Hands on the floor. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Extend the left knee and inhale, reach your right leg up and back in a 3-legged dog. Engage through the legs and we stay 3. Lift the leg as high as you can. 2. And 1. Exhale, release, downward facing dog and find your breath. Lengthen through the spine, bring the heels down to the floor. Very good. Bring the feet together in the beginning of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up and lean back. Exhale, release, maybe hands at the heart, and we'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward, flat back. 2 more like this. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, and last one. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Perfect. Inhale, forward. Exhale, big step with the left foot to the back of your mat, knee on top of the foot on the floor, and right heel moves forward. Lower your hips, push against the right knee. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, lift the arms up, and we stay 5. 4, deep breath. 3. 2. And 1. Exhale, hands on the floor. Maybe you don't need the blocks. Maybe you do. So do whatever feels good for you. Inhale here. Oh, sorry. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower into your half split. Inhale up. And exhale, lower again into Anjaneyasana. And continue like this. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Now we stay. Inhale. Exhale. Move your right heel further forward and drop down towards your half split on your right leg. And we stay 3. Deep breath. 2. And 1. Hands on the floor. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Reach the leg up and reach the leg all the way up. And lower down. Okay, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Push the hip up and back. Very good. I just realized we kind of did the same leg, yeah? I hope you switched. It should have been the right leg back. Or did we do the right? I hope you switched to the right leg, girls. Okay, downward facing dog. We continue. Bring the block forward towards your right thumb. Feet together. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee towards the forehead and step your right foot on the block. Bend both knees and create the real 90-90 bend in your legs. So I don't want you to come into the back bend here. I want you to bend the knees and find the stretch in your hip flexor here. Place your hands at the heart center, bend the knee deeper. We just stay here engaging through the quads. 3. Pull the belly in. 2. 1. Now lean forward and reach the left leg up into your warrior 3. Okay, point or flex the foot, whatever works for you. Maintain the left leg parallel to the floor. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, we can do a little bit of engagement here. So for those of you who want a bit more spice in your practice, we'll try to bend the right knee without lowering the left leg and extend. Yeah, let's do 3 more times. Bend and extend. Your glutes start burning. Bend, whoop, and extend. And last one. Bend and extend. Very good. Extend your arms. Inhale and exhale. Hands on the floor or on the opposite block if needed. And we go into the standing splits. So here we are working on mobility, strength, and flexibility combined. Yeah, so we've just worked on the right glute activation. The right leg is on fire. You want to lift the left leg as high as you can, engaging. And we stay here, lifting, lifting, lifting. For those who already know this, so sometimes we did this variation in the 200-hour training. So for those who did it with me, try to do this, yeah? So you remember there is this option of trying to put one hand on the ankle and then another one on the ankle without lowering the top leg. So it stays any variation for 3. And 2. And 1. Both hands on the floor and take a long step with the left foot to the back of your mat. Right foot off the block. Remove the block and bring your right heel towards the left groin. So you're like, okay, that was intense. Like in 1 second, we came from warm up to a very intense one. Yeah, maybe you didn't expect it, but I hope you could cope with this. So we're now in the pigeon pose, but the variation for back bending. The heel is not in line with the knee, but closer to your groin. So now we give our right glute a time to stretch. Hands on the floor, bring your left knee to the floor and push back. So just push back, opening through the chest. 3, 2, and 1. Now grab your left foot and bring the heel to the glute. If grabbing is not available, you use the belt. Yeah, and pull it towards your glute for 3, 2, 1. Now let's everybody grab the belt, make a loop. Grab the belt with your palm open. Yes, so palm open like this. You grab it close to the foot and then try to rotate at the elbow, open through the chest. And instead of pulling the leg to you, you want to pull the leg away from you so you really feel it in your chest. And option 1, you stay here. Option 2, try to do it with both hands without falling on that right hip. Yeah, so you want to be like really aligned, really aligned. Very good, Martina. Very good. Try to open a bit more through the chest and try to bring the elbows a bit more back. Yeah, if possible. Maybe not all the way from here to here, but just try to work on bringing the elbows more back. Very good. Valentina, really good. Perfect. Yes, Anna, keep going for it. You're doing really great. 3. Perfect. 2. And 1. Slowly release. Remove the belt, push back, and downward facing dog. Take a moment to rest and relax. Now we know what awaits you on the other side. Yeah, I think you're ready. Okay, so bring the block towards the left thumb. Feet together, inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to the forehead and step the foot on top of the block. Bend both knees, hands at the heart or elevate, but bend the knees really at 90, feeling the way like the quadriceps are like hugging your femur. And we stay. 3. 2. And 1. Belly in. So in all the balancing poses is your core, is your Uddiyana Bandha that helps you maintain the balance. So lean forward. Lift the right leg parallel to the floor. Whoop. Point or flex the foot. And either stay here or we do the bend. So bend and extend. 3 more. Bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. Maintain the back leg parallel to the floor. Bend. Extend. And last one for the bonus. Bend. Extend. Very good. Slowly. Hands on the floor and standing split. Reach the leg all the way up. Point the toes. And try to really open. Actively try to bring the head towards your left leg. Or as an option, but without lowering the back leg. Yeah, so the back leg stays really high. You look in front of you and place one hand on the ankle and then another one on the ankle, and we stay 3 in any variation. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Hands on the floor. Big step. Back with the right foot. And now with the left foot, and the right heel goes to the left inner groin. Push with the hands against the floor, right knee down. We stay 3. Focusing on opening through the chest. 2. 1. Bend the knee, bring the heel towards your glute and push it down. Stay 3. 2. 1. Now, maybe those of you who don't need the belt, you try to bring your thumb towards the inner arch of the foot, 4 fingers outside, and you can grab without the belt. Yeah, for those of you who feel this is too challenging, we will warm up the shoulders a bit more, so don't worry about it. You can do the belt and you can grab like this. And then another one is just to grab with 2 hands, which means that you need to have this scissoring movement in your hips. So you're not falling to your left hip, but you're maintaining pretty centered. Elbows back, push back. 3. Deep breath. 2. And 1. Perfect. Release. Hands on the floor and push back into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog or find stillness, whatever works best for you. Whenever you're ready, bring the knees on the floor and sit down on your heels. So let's give our legs a time to rest. And we'll work with the belt. This is one of the best exercises for shoulder mobility. So we'll start with the cow face. Yeah, so you want to bring your right arm up. Like this, I'm also showing you my beautiful t-shirts of the transformative method. I'm just realizing that. Right arm up, lower, the right elbow, and grab the belt, or maybe without the belt, but maybe with the belt first, so we can just do the next step straight away. You want to move your hands closer, but keep the belt, so you would need it for the next one. Try not to arch in your spine, but maintain it neutral. And we stay here. 3. Relaxing neck. 2. 1. And now grabbing the belt, but very close if you can. Move the arms back away from you and now closer to you. Sometimes the movement is just this. because like the shoulder blades is so stuck towards like the muscles, and it's like mobility is not yet there in something that we need to work on, that it feels impossible. Yeah, but we will transform it into a miracle and we'll make it possible. So let's do 5 times at your own rhythm. Please do not overdo it. In terms of flexibility and mobility, we always want to work in a rule of maximum 8 out of 10. Yeah, so don't ever go to your maximum and just try to make it happen. And release. Okay, now we switch sides. So even if it was like really uncomfortable for you, it's really good to do this exercise. So then, because many times in the back bends, we feel it's like I'm lacking mobility in the chest, but also you lack mobility in the shoulder. So the more you're able to come from here when you grab to here, right, the shoulder mobility, the easier it will become for you. Okay, same on the other side. Left arm up, right arm down. With or without the belt. For those of you who can do without, maybe you don't need it. We stay 3, 2, and 1. And now move the belt away from you and closer. Away. And also see the difference. Like for me, the left side goes much more difficult than the right. Yeah, just breathe through it. Another option would be also like to move and just hold. Yeah, but today we do just dynamic. There are different variations. So this, what we are doing is transformative drills. It's not an actual asana, but it's the certain like muscle mobility oriented exercise that helps you to combine the asana and feel much better, like much more prepared for the asana once you've done your drills. Okay, now that we've done this, let's try to combine it already with our full splits. So go back towards your mat, feet together. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back, point your toes. Exhale, knee towards the forehead and step your right foot between your hands and left knee and top of the foot on the floor. Place both blocks on either sides of your hips, and we go directly into the splits. Because today is the master class and we're doing several things, I understand that you might think that your hamstrings, or feel that your hamstrings are not yet that prepared. If that's the case, don't push yourself too much, okay? So bring your right heel down, tuck the toes, lift the left knee, and you can either stay here but aligning. You see, this is very important movement. I'm pushing my back hip forward. I'm aligning the left iliac crest forward. And I stay here, maybe just move the blocks a little bit more to the back so your chest and your hips are more in line and you yourself are acting like the gravity acts upon your body in the way that it pulls you down. So option 1, well, option 1 is always like a half split, but we've already done it. So option 1 is stay here, and option 2 is start lowering. Maybe until you lower all the way. Yeah, and option 3 would be to lift the arms up and add on this back bend that we've been working on in your splits and really feel like this expansion of the full asana. Stay in any variation that works for you for 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly release. And again, we're just going to push back and sit down on your knees and close your eyes, giving you this moment of stillness. Yeah, so combining a little bit today, the Hatha and the Yin. Close your eyes, sit down on your heels, and just observe the sensations of your body. Just remind yourself that the asana, like the pose itself, is just one element of the whole process that you're doing. You're doing the inner work by setting an intention and opening space in you for transformation. You are balancing your nervous system through the breath and the focus on the present moment. And yes, you're also making your body feel better and expanding and working on the spinal articulations, but that's just one part of it. Asana is not the whole goal of yoga. Yeah, so don't get that fixated on the final result. Open your eyes, hands on the floor, and same on the other side. Push back, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back, point your toes. Exhale, knee to the forehead and step forward. Right knee down and find your blocks. Bring the left heel down to the floor. Elevate the right knee, tuck the toes and push the right hip forward, left hip back energetically so they are aligned. Walk the blocks back and maybe stay here. Maybe lower all the way down, still maintaining hands on the floor, pushing back. Or optionally, hands up, maintaining the squared position in your hips, and we stay 5 in any variation that works for you. 4, keep opening deeper, deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, push back, and again, sit down on your heels, hands on the floor, or on your knees, sorry. Close your eyes and allow the body to talk to you. Yeah, feel the sensations. Find that moment of stillness. Very good. Open up your eyes and I'll show you the variation of the splits at the wall. That is amazing because it works on your alignment, it works on flexibility, and it helps you to get deeper. Yeah, so if you're practicing at home by yourself, you don't have like a teacher to help you and align you. Although in the splits, I never really push somebody in the splits because this is not how we work in the transformative method, but like more so working with the hips, but the wall can help you. Yeah, so just drag your mat towards the wall. And what we're going to do is down dog with your heels touching the wall. Yeah, down dog with your heels touching the wall. I'll start explaining. Once you're ready, come join me. Let's go. So you're going to bend your right knee, bring the top of the right foot on the wall, and then just slide the leg all the way up. And first, we'll just try to push the chest closer to the standing left leg and lift the right leg higher. And we're just going to stay here for 3 and actively press your right hip flexor to the floor. 2, to the wall, sorry. 1, and now from here, try to really ground your left heel. Even this exercise is good. Try to grab the left ankle with the left hand. Yeah, so you can understand that you can actually move your hands from here. That not the whole weight is in your hands, but there is more weight pressing down towards the wall. Yeah, so just try to grab the ankle or maybe even elevate the left hand and try to figure out how you're distributing the weight here. And once you figured it out, try to walk the hands closer to the standing leg. Of course, ideally, you would just walk all the way to the splits, but of course, it takes time. I mean, I've been practicing 18 years already. So don't expect yourself to just miraculously go all the way down, but invite yourself to explore new variations. If you feel like, oh my gosh, this is very unstable, and what am I doing? And shift your inner talk, yeah? Shift your inner conversation and say, what can I do here? Yeah? Okay, perfect. Lower down and we switch sides. Downward facing dog. And switch. So first, lift your left leg up and square the hips. Square the hips. Very good. And we stay 3. Perfect. Rotate the leg so the knee is looking directly to the wall. So inner medial rotation. 2. 1. Now as well, do this test. Try to grab the right ankle with the right hand, or maybe even lift the hand up. Switch, try to grab the ankle with the left hand. And now that you've figured out how the weight distributes, walk all the way, down, down, down. As much as it's possible for you for today, you can then always repeat it. So again, don't push yourself too much, but try to maintain the weight on your right foot, but also left leg, super active, yeah? So left leg is like pulling you up. Very good. Keep pushing, 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 up. 3. Perfect. 2. And 1. Slowly lower down. Come down to the floor and again, sit down on your heels and just observe the effect of your body, the answer of your nervous system to this. For some of you, those of you who've never tried this asana, it feels pretty extreme. It feels like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? What is she asking me to do? Is it uncomfortable? It's dangerous. I'm going to fall up. And all this talk, know that you are the owner of those voices, yeah? So you can either listen to them or you can stop them and say, no, let's try, let's play, no expectations. Okay, so we're going to go into the last part. For those of you who have a little bit more sensitive knees, now we're going to go into the Anjaneyasana plus Backbend. You can just bend like a little bit your mat or place a cushion under your knee. You will now understand what I'm talking about, but if you have a towel or a piece of fabric, it will be a little bit more like loving to your knees. So hands on the floor, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up, but not all the way, just a little bit. Bring your knee towards the forehead and step the right heel in line with the right thumb. Bring the left knee on top of the foot on the floor and prepare your belt. So this is the knee where you would want to maybe put something. Yeah, so my mat is pretty thick, but if your mat is like thin or you're doing it on a wooden floor with a thin mat, I would suggest to put something under the left knee. So you want to bend your left knee and grab the top of the foot. And just as we did before, you grab the belt with the palm open, thumb and forefingers like closing on top. And so you lower down, and option 1, you just grab it with one hand. And maybe that's enough for you for today. We've done a lot. Option 2, you try to grab with both hands. And option 3, try to walk a little bit back. Yeah, and then from here, push. Don't pull the leg towards you, but push against, away from you. Squeeze the elbows together, lower the hips, and we stay in any variation. Let me see you for 5. Keep breathing. 4. Very good. Valentina, perfect. Nice catch. 3. Keep breathing, maybe just with one hand. Yes, beautiful. Very good, everyone. 2. And 1. Exhale, hands on the floor, and we'll do 1 vinyasa just to work a little bit on strengthening the core before we go into the other part. So step back, release the belt, step back, inhale, high plank, protract the shoulder blades, lean forward, and with control, give me chaturanga, but with control, hold, and inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And same on the other side, left leg rises up, inhale, exhale, knee to forehead, and step the foot towards the left thumb. Bring the right knee on top of the foot on the floor, place something under the knee if needed. Grab your belt, place the right leg, the right foot into the loop, and either with one hand or with both hands, try to grab the belt. Lower the hips, and now walk the hands closer to the foot and push the foot back so you can open through the chest, expanding through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, the elbows closer together, and we stay 5. 4, very good, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Exhale, release. Hands on the floor and push back. Inhale, high plank, round through the spine. And now, for those who also know the transformative method, the restore the balance for the back bends is not only forward fold, but also core activation. So let's do an easy one. Lean forward, protract your shoulder blades, and just reach your right leg off the floor, parallel to the floor, and we stay 3. And we stay 2, engage through the core. 1, and switch, left leg up and parallel to the floor, lean forward, 3. And 2. And 1, lean forward, high plank, and give me just 1 push-up, yes, so not chaturanga, the full push-up. Lower the elbows, bend them halfway, and push back up. All right, very good. Now just the chaturanga. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Inhale, walk through into a seated position. And since we've already worked quite a lot in the hamstrings, to restore the balance after back bends, we go into the passive Baddha Konasana. So you can move your heels like halfway forward, not all the way, halfway. Yeah. And you can put 1 or 2 blocks or maybe a pillow, whatever works for you. We're going to do it a bit more yin style. Inhale. And exhale, allow your spine to round and allow the gravity to pull you down. Relax your hands, so don't push, don't do anything with your hands. We did quite a lot of expansive work. So now just relax, and maybe if it works for you, you can put like a little tower from your blocks and rest your head on the blocks. Or maybe the pillow, or maybe nothing, whatever works for you. Now here, I just want you to close your eyes and release your Ujjayi breath. Relax the body completely. And take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And invite the body again to soften down. So today's class was a pretty fast acceleration from the spinal waves and the soft opening into a little bit more, like, let's say, vivid expansion. And it is absolutely normal that the nervous system reacts in a different way. So if you are training your body to try new things, and it's like also already something that you get used to, you may react with excitement. But if this is something that maybe you're not so used to in your practice, you may also react with a little bit of resistance. Yeah, like this is not good for me, or I'm afraid where it's going to get me. And your nervous system reacts in a second. And your job is just to acknowledge it, to notice it, and to breathe through it. So here in the passive Baddha Konasana, taking from the Yin Yoga, we're working on the meridians of the water on the posterior chain, so the water element. Getting back into the transformation of fear into the trust. Trusting the process. Trusting your body. Trusting your guide. Trusting the universe. Yeah, this is the very powerful shift from fear, from feeling like I need protection and I'm like closing myself from something, into trust and opening up. And in the yoga practice and in your life is very important, this inner shift that can help you to go deeper in the asana or in any transformative process that you're in. Very good. Very slowly remove the blocks and come up. Help your legs to bring them together, the knees together, and we finish up in a twist. Bring your left heel towards the right glute, right foot outside of the left knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, reach the left arm up, elbow outside of the knee, and come into the twist, gaze over your right shoulder. Relax your neck, and we stay 3, twisting through the T-spine, 2, and 1. Inhale, gaze to the center, exhale, release, and we switch sides. Left heel to the right glute, right foot outside of the left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up, And exhale, elbow outside of the knee and come to the twist. Gaze over your left shoulder. And we stay 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, look to the center. And exhale, release. And straight away, we're going to lay down in the Shavasana. So relax your hands and legs on the floor. If there is any movement that you feel like doing, maybe you can just bring the feet on the floor and swing a little bit the knees from side to side to just release and ease up the sensations in your hips and hip flexors. Optionally, you could also add the headstand, but basically I just want you to stay in this energy that we've created. Sometimes less is more, so just find stillness and relax. Release any effort of your body and your breath. And allow yourself to immerse into the sensations of your body, sensations of your breath. Start observing this subtle shift in your nervous system. Because yoga is your guide. It's a guidance. It's the powerful science, if you may. The ancient science. How to educate yourself to transform from being reactive into responding with consciousness to whatever comes to you. From being fearful and closing yourself up to being trusting and finding that expansion in your body and in your life. So simply allow the body to absorb this shift that we are producing in the level of your nervous system, in your mind, new neurological connections, in your brain after the practice. Very slowly, without opening your eyes, begin bringing your awareness back to the sensations of your body and your breath. Start moving your fingers and your toes. And gently bring your knees towards your chest, maybe roll from side to side. Roll over to one side, take your time. And come up into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Relax your hands on your knees, close your eyes. Elongate from the top of your head and drop the shoulders away from your ears. Observe this subtle change in your body and in your breath. And imagine that you can inhale from the base of your spine all the way up towards your top of your head, expanding. And exhale from the top of your head all the way down to the base of your spine, grounding, finding trust in the universe and who you are. Inhale from the base of your spine all the way up towards the top of your head, inviting creativity and lightness in your life. And exhale from the top of your head down to the base of your spine, finding guidance to transform. Last one, inhale from the base of your spine to the top of your head. And exhale from the top of your head to the center of your heart. Bring the palms together to your heart center, and with a gentle smile, bow your head towards your heart and elevate the heart towards your head, and thank yourself for this practice. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you, ladies. I hope you enjoyed the practice. We still have just like 10 minutes together. So I want to just sum up something that we've explained in the beginning of the practice, and also share with you how the transformative method can also, in transformative school, can support you and guide you on this way. And then maybe Valentina and Martina can also share with you some of their experience, because they've already walked quite a lot of the path with me, and I'm very grateful to have you here today, girls. Here's just like a little piece of information that I've prepared for you. I actually didn't want to put it in the presentation, but then when we have it, like in form of, letters, we get to retain the information a little bit more. So here are the 3 steps towards transformation. And as we explained in the beginning, transformation is not change. I don't want you to change who you are. It's more like coming back to yourself, discovering how to live your life fully, how to enjoy your body and your possibilities fully, by these 3 steps of transformation. Very simple, So first step is the change in your state, and in which state you make a decision. It could be the state of, I'm the queen of the universe, I'm the best, I have this energy, everything is flowing, so I'm ready, I'm doing this workshop, I'm doing this change in my life, I don't know, whatever it is that you feel so good that you feel empowered to change. Or it could be, I can't take it any longer, not even 1 minute. All of us, probably in our lives, we had this relationship, whether it was with friends or boyfriends or colleagues or whatever. You're just like, I just can't take it anymore. No more of this in my life. And maybe you've been dragging it for so long, but then in one moment you just decided, no more. So this is the emotional, energetic state that helps you to finally get into the decision. And once you make the decision, things started changing and transforming. And next step would be to find a guide to help you share the strategies to make the change possible, right? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel by yourself. If your change is, for example, in yoga, I want to become a yoga teacher, or I want to get this done in my yoga practice, or whatever it is, you find a yoga teacher, you find a mentor who will help you to get there. And there are many ways to do that. So there are ways to do the traditional yoga when you go to a class and you just do the general classes, or more so like a specific training or one-on-one classes, when you know that you will find the answers for you, when the practice will be applied to you, to your body, to your needs, as we do in the transformative yoga method. And the third step is, of course, the discipline to keep taking massive action on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. So then the transformation becomes something who you are, not something that is like, if it's a miracle once in a lifetime it happens, but you make it happen, and then it just becomes your real life, your normality, right? So these are the 3 steps. Knowing them, we all know them. I'm not sharing something that you didn't know. You're just like, yeah, it's logical. Yeah, I know. But actually applying them, this is where all the difference comes from. So changing your I might want to change into I must change. I'm doing it. Whatever it takes, I'm doing it. but always with love and kindness, not with sacrifices. Then finding a guide. Don't do anything by yourself, find a guide for a part of your journey, and then you can continue by your own. Surround yourself with people who've already done what you want to do and who can uplift you. Yeah. And then, of course, repetition, discipline, and massive action. So here are the summaries of what I've learned with Tony Robbins, and it's been like an amazing 4 days of the program. So Tony Robbins, for those who don't know him, he is a coach, and he was the one who inspired me to leave everything behind. I used to work in sales in Gran Canaria, living a beautiful life. I worked from 8 to 2. I had like a really nice schedule, really nice like salary, and everything was perfect. And then I was just like really leaning into the knowledge with Tony Robbins, and I've already did my 200-hour YTT, but I did it more so for myself. But then I realized I don't want to sell anymore nothing to people that does not like elevate their lives, and I want to make a difference, and yoga is really my calling. And so following Tony Robbins, what actually was helped me to make this leap of faith and leave everything behind and move to Barcelona and do the training in coaching. I'm also master in personal development and master in coaching. So do that. And in the meantime, I was searching for a job in yoga. And, 15 years later, here I am having my own transformative yoga school, haven't worked with some of the other schools before. And this approach really helped me. And that's why you can see that this approach resonates so much with the transformative method. So for any change, big or small, but long-lasting transformation, what you need to start is the change in your physiology. That's why after you've practiced your yoga classes, this is the great moment, to I don't know, to reevaluate certain things in your life that you want to change and transform. So first is physiology, is your state, is your nervous system, is how you like take up all the challenges from the external world. Second part is the focus, like what you're focusing on and what you believe about it, what you want and why you want it. And the third one is the language and meaning. Yeah. So in transformative school, we say transform your story. So how you talk to yourself matters a lot. Whether you say, I can do it or I cannot do it, it's true. And we all know it. By catching yourself with all these phrases that you repeat on a daily basis, catching yourself with the phrases that you tell yourself on the mat or off the mat, and then transforming those phrases, it's like a half of a job. And in transformative yoga school, so like in the big programs like 200-hour yoga teacher training, we're working with that. Yeah. So we're working with private coaching with me, and we're working during group sessions on that, on transforming your story. And here on the right, I'm not going to go through it, but if you want, you can just take a picture. It's like these 5 steps of the powerful transformation with the like following the method of Tony Robbins, that we've actually walked through it a little bit, but you can just go through it by yourself and like lean into it a little bit more. But as you know, like the first step is always the peak state, and it can be achieved by jumping and shouting and dancing. It can be achieved by doing yoga and meditating. It can be achieved by kriyas and by breath. But you elevate your state first, you find your passion, and then you go for it. Yeah, you believe in yourself and you make a decision to change. So how we can help, how the Transformative Yoga School can help you. It's with the 200-hour yoga teacher training. Yeah, so this is the training which combines the most elements, the most practical tools and the guidance and the support of the group and the group energy to help you transform. And recently I've been receiving many questions from girls who want to join, but they are like, okay, but is it only for teacher train, like for teachers? If I don't want to become a teacher, can I still join? And the answer, absolutely yes. Like half of the girls who've done the training, they are the teachers, but they do it like maybe as something that combines with their work. So they do it for them, for their own pleasure. And some of them, they don't even want to become yoga teachers. They do it for themselves. So like to rediscover your passion, to rediscover the connection with you, with your body, to balance out your nervous system, and to really understand yoga in its all beauty. Yeah, so not just the asana, but also philosophy, anatomy, pranayama, meditation, all those tools. Yeah, and so right now we have this very, very special offer for the online part. Yes, so you can join the online part only, or online plus 5 days in Barcelona. And only till the end of this month, so till 26th of September, I think, we have this special offer. So you can join for just 950 euros, which is basically like a gift from me to you, because the program is just so rich and you will just work on yourself on so many levels and have the private support from me with the 2 private coaching sessions in the program, and the support from the group. And you will also be able to transform your yoga practice. Yeah, so here's how the program works. You basically have 2 months of live group classes with like via Zoom, like we're doing it right now. Yeah, you also have 1 year access to the online platform where you can study by your own pace, so you can do it at any time that works for you. You have optional 5-day immersion in Barcelona that we're going to do in the end of January, most probably. And then we'll repeat one as well in May or June. So now it's to be confirmed. And also whether you decide to do it the full, like the full online plus in person, or just online, you've got 2 one-on-one private coaching sessions with me, where we looked specifically on what are the areas in your life where you'd like to transform? Where are the areas where you feel like you've been stuck for a while now and you feel like nothing is working and nothing is changing, whether it is the practice or life or business? And we are in the first session, like trying to get clarity into it and make the map, like a steps towards changing it, transforming it into something different. And in the second session that we have in the end of the program, we're looking towards like how the journey went for you and what we can change and how we can readapt it so the transformation lasts. Here's a little bit about the teachers. So in the program, I'm the main teacher and I will be giving you all the classes. But on the platform, you also have the teachers who are experts in meditation, in body movement and handstandings, like Charlie, in nutrition and breath work, like Camille, in Pilates and Sadhu boards that we do in Barcelona with Yuli, and also Jake gives you the lectures on anatomy. Yeah, so we are like the group of teachers, like multidisciplinary team that guides you towards this journey of transformation. And why now? You might be thinking, okay, yeah, I'd like to join, but maybe not now, maybe later. And so this maybe later, this searching for a perfect moment, this actually never occurs. Like before, for my example, before getting pregnant, I thought I'll do like an intensive training. It was like a 5-day training retreat for handstands. And I was like, yes, I'm going to do it, but maybe not now, maybe later. And then I got pregnant, so I couldn't do it. Now I have my baby girl, so I cannot leave her for just 5 days. So like maybe not now in this moment. I'm like regretting it a little bit. Like I should have just go for it when I had an opportunity. Of course, I will have the opportunity later, but still, it takes much longer time. My maybe not now into like later. Yeah, because later life takes over. So if you feel like you need a guidance and support in your journey of transformation, whether it is as a yoga teacher or yoga practitioner or the private, it like this program will really guide you towards what you need. In this program, we combine the basics of Hatha, Vinyasa, and Yin Yoga, so you will know the 3 of them, and the transformative method. So all together, it creates the transformative method, which teaches you how to adapt your practice to your body needs, to your physiological, emotional, mental needs, and adapt it to your students in case you want to become a student. Yeah, and so I'm just inviting you to step into the co-creation of the miracles in your life, because when you make a decision, then of course, the universe, the grace, the higher powers as well, follow up and also accompany you on this way of transformation. And also, almost forgot to tell you, for those who want to join now before the September 26th, we've also prepared to you 2 bonuses. Yeah, so if you join now, you have this best price ever and 2 bonus gifts, which you will receive on the email in case you are interested to join. Yeah, so stay tuned for the email that is coming like after this session in few hours. And I'm also sharing with you there the 2 free bonuses, which are amazing. I'm telling you, they're amazing for you to join now and also enjoy them. And I guess that's it. So one phrase that I want to leave you with before we also hear the experience of Martina and Valentina is that it's in the moment of decision that your destiny is shaped. Yeah, it's not like about that something that you're building up for a long, long time, but you made a decision first. Yeah, so you made a decision, you made the first step, whether it is to become a yoga teacher with us or whether it is to do something in your life that, okay, enough of that, I want to transform, I want to change. The moment you decide, the moment you transform the I should into I must and I want and I will do it, your destiny changes. And that's a real miracle, right? So this is where the miracles come from. Okay, so that was a little bit of like my invitation for you for transformation following the 3 steps. And now let's just hear a little bit from the students. So it's not me like telling you how the program is, but the people who've already done it, both the in-person part and the online part. So who wants to start? Valentina, do you want to start?
I'm always ready to talk about my experience. I don't know because all the lesson, my hands was up on
Yeah,
my.
your hand was up because we said elevate your hand, and then Valentina lifts her hand. I'm like, okay, do you have a question?
Um, I was already a teacher when I met Kati by chance on Instagram. I wasn't looking for a teacher training, although I'm always interested in teacher trainings, but it has to come to me. It's not like I Google something down. I start with Kati these 200 hours, and still then I didn't left her, and because it was an amazing. My story is like this. I practice yoga for really. I'm 46 since I was 18, and I really never felt I was, yes, struggling for poses, so I practice always the same way. And I really never reached the pose or some poses I had in mind. I'm talking about asana, but believe me, I'm talking also about my life. And then with Kati, with her program, I really start to not to be more interested in the pose, in the peak pose, in this goal, and also now because my path is always on a go on the go. With her, I understood how this shift of energy comes, and that's the journey that brings joy in my life. So obviously, I reach poses thanks to her method and thanks to the continuity, the discipline, the action. But it's not. Then I reached the pose and said, okay, that was the pose. What I really lived is the journey, discovering my body, my emotions, and that's what I really care of. And I never left this sensation in every practice. I bring it with me. Kathy knows I fall down like 100 times in a in a class. But it's really amazing when you reach the pose to look back and see what you have achieved with gratitude and joy and method and technique in every single step of the asana and of this journey. I one for all is the split. I
Mm-hmm.
never did the split in also when I was younger. I'm not a ballet dancer, not athletics, nothing. I'm really like more strong and I was zero flexible. Uh, and then it comes, but with flexibility, as Kathy said, it's not one day and you cannot force it. But for years, I I think I unlocked the splits because something also, thanks to you, was unlocked in my mind, and but it was consistency, breathing through, and now I do the split. Okay, nobody cares, but I love I love to talk about the journey, and the journey is your method.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, darling. And so how was like the full experience of the training for you, the 200-hour? So like that it was online and the Zoom
Is
classes and the 5 days. How did it work for you?
For me, it was wonderful because to have this appointment uh, online was very helpful. But to start immediately with the platform was really to get into it after the subscription. So it was to me to stay at the rhythm and to get my training fulfilled till the end. Um, Amazing was also to do the in-person part, which I recommend absolutely. I've been there twice, and every time is the energy of the group. The group itself online, we were also very close one another. It was a really wonderful sensation to get in touch with the others, to get also closer. I hear the students of I don't know, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, still yet. And also the in-person part is a wonderful experience to get to know also other teachers and to do this experience abroad and to stay with Kat and practice with her. Yes, absolutely. The program is it's I always told Kati the first time it's quite not correct the price because you find so many things, so many modules. You have really so this price is incredible, incredible for all that you get. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Martina, and if you can just share with us your experience of the 200 hours, like why did you join and what did you find in the program? How did it work for you?
Well, I would actually like to start with the last or your last thought that the decision is actually the change. And for me, it was I didn't even know what change was coming, or I started. So I've known Kati for from another training, and I've been practicing what I thought was yoga in America for quite a while. And then I had moved back to Europe, and I actually didn't have a yoga teacher and wanted to be able to practice myself with the right alignment. That was actually my goal. And I also wanted to be able to structure a practice like as it should be. And I had been following Kati on Instagram since my first training with her. I just liked her person. I liked how she was. And following her over a long time, I could also see progress. So you were actually the proof that your method worked. I have a background in gymnastics, so drills are actually part of me. So yeah, but I didn't want to teach. I just wanted to get better in my practice. I was the time I joined, I was coming out of 2 big surgeries that changed my body, and I wanted to get back a little bit. And here already the journey starts, because thanks to the training, I have learned, because I had to learn, but I got the tools to be patient and to accept the changes or the recovery that I could do, and to also be okay with maybe it doesn't come back completely, but yeah, today I can sit on a split with 2 hip replacements. That's actually quite a miracle. So during the teacher training with Kati actually helped me, and I'm very grateful for this, helped me to uncover what yoga really is. And this is why I said before, I was practicing what I thought was yoga, but I was only doing yoga asana practice. And I discovered the entirety of what yoga really is. And I would say that transformed me more than the asana practice itself. Colleagues, so I myself feel like it, but also other people like friends and colleagues, they confirm that I have changed. I have become more patient, more empathic, more friendly, and I am a language teacher, so that is actually something that I really need, and I feel so much better. So the transformation, I didn't know where it would go, but I'm very grateful that I took that decision back then. And by the end of my teacher training, which actually, by the way, only felt complete once I had done the in-person training. Before, there was just a piece missing. And I'm actually just watching when are the next dates that fit my agenda and that I can do that again. It was an incredible experience, the in-person training, because of the community, because of the completely different atmosphere of practicing, also because I could learn how to adjust when I am a teacher, because even if I didn't have in mind to teach, at the end of the teacher training with Kati, I did decide to teach, but not to, I don't want to open my yoga business. I think really there I'm not good enough. I don't want to have a business with this. It's really, it's not my ambition. But I wanted to do was to share the power of yoga with the community I'm already serving. So my school, my students, my teacher colleagues. And I did this last year. I taught yoga in English at our school, and it was a great experience, even though the place of the world where I live, people are a bit narrow-minded, and yoga is kind of a witchery sometimes. So I also met resistance. But this year, this new school year, many colleagues came to me and asked, "Are you still doing yoga?" So something, I put a seed, and now it's growing, and that is actually great. My practice has also become better, and I'm still working on it. But I really learned to be patient, not to push when it doesn't serve. And that was my experience with Kati. And I can only recommend doing it. Just decide, and you don't know what doors are going to open. You just don't know, but it's a fantastic journey.
Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you've decided. And yes, the new dates are coming for the 5-day in person. And yeah, so that was it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I will also put it now online for a few days because many people obviously could not join because of the time difference and all that. But I hope that this masterclass resonated with you, and also some of the feedbacks of the students as well resonated with you. And if you are now in the moment that something inside you tells you yes, but why? Don't answer but why. We never know but why. All of us who did the teacher training first, something inside us tells us, I want to do it. I want to experience that. And while you are walking the path, you realize, oh, that's why. That's why I needed it. And usually it's not the why that you think that it is. It's not. It's not the why in your head. It's your heart guiding you towards something, right, that you need in order to experience that new wave of transformation. Because transformation is a spiral. It's not like I did a training, enough, okay, now I'm good for life. It's a spiral. So if something is calling you that it's the next circle of your spiral, feel free to join us. Also, stay tuned for all the other events that we are doing in Transformative Methods. So now what we have planned is soon we are opening the yoga wheel again. The training in December we'll do the drills, and not December, in winter we do the drills and yin. So 2 other powerful courses that we have. And we're now planning to do the in-person training in January, most probably, and in May or June of the next year. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted and hopefully we'll see you there. All right, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the masterclass and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye. Thank you.